we go. Welcome everybody to For the Love of Writing. This is my fourth episode, and here I am with Matthew. How do you say your pen name?
No, Neviena, Dēls,
Neviena Dēls.
and it's Latvian for nobody's son.
Okay, and you're from Australia.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. So this is awesome. I love doing these because like I said, you meet people from all over the world. When you said you were from Australia, I told my wife, I'm like, what's the time difference there? And she goes, it depends on what part he's from. And I told her, I was like, I don't know. And then when you said it was like a 11 o'clock at night and it was seven something in the morning for me,
Yeah.
I
I
was,
tried to stay up as late as I could last night. I just couldn't do it.
oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally do these at around noon, and right now it's 6 o'clock where I am.
Yeah.
What time is it where you are?
It's just gone 9 a.m. on Monday.
Oh wow.
Mm. I've
Okay.
been keeping track of the time difference for the last couple of days, getting ready for this. So,
It's like 15 hours. Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy how that works. So I guess I'm gonna start off with my first questions. It's like I almost wanted to do more of the podcast than the writing portion. It's just fun to talk to somebody who's from a different country. That's awesome. Um, so how old were you when you started writing and what got you into it?
13. And it was a combination of things. It was, and a lot of people, we're going to get a lot of hate comments in the comments because one of the inspirations for my writing was L. Ron Hubbard.
Okay.
But everyone needs to hold on a second and listen to why. I read the first book in his science fiction 10 book series, and it mentioned it was the first science fiction book series like Decology, which is 10 books, and it was so many million words. And I said, I can do better than that. Because I had an English teacher that gave me the the faith in myself as well, as a wanting to be a writer
Yeah.
that I actually went on to do it. He actually, my English teacher, published one of my novels in our school magazine 3 years later without telling me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
One of my poems, sorry. I said novels, one of my poems.
Okay. Oh, so you write poetry too?
Yeah, I do poetry, science fiction, fantasy, alt history, literary fiction now, apparently,
Oh wow.
which I fell into by accident. So yeah, I my goal is to write at least try and write in every genre except for two.
I want to guess the ones you do. You want to
Go on.
romance.
Romantasy, yes,
I knew you were going to say that.
because I nothing against it.
No, I know.
I just don't think I've got the skill set to write in it or the
Yeah,
mindset.
me either. And the other one, historical?
No, because the other one's a non-fiction genre,
Oh, okay. Okay.
religion.
Gotcha. Okay, good. Gotcha. Yeah, I can understand that too.
Yeah.
That one I get. I'll probably never do that. So you said you pretty much write it. You're trying to write in every genre.
That's my new now that I've gotten off the ground, I've actually got something published or about to be published, finished, covered, everything. The goal is for the rest, however many years I'm on the planet, because I've got in the works, I've got, well, there's the literary fiction one that's publishing, urban fantasy. I've got a science fiction one, which is the first one I wrote when I read the Decology from Thingo. I
Yeah.
sat down and wrote a 25 book plan. I've still got the notebook from 37 years ago.
Oh, wow. I like that. I'm like that too. I've got stuff from
Yeah,
when I was 10 years old that I typed up that I still just have sitting around that I'm probably
yeah.
never gonna touch.
That one actually ballooned out from 25 to 50 volumes. And I sat down about a month ago and worked out writing 2,500 words a day, a 10-year plan to do all 50 books.
Wow. How
I
many
just,
uh how many books do you currently have like published?
just the
Oh,
one that comes
okay.
out in January.
Okay, gotcha.
But
January.
I've got that one. I've got the second one in that series is done, just waiting for me to go back and edit it and do beta reads on it. I've got a urban fantasy one done that's out for getting beta read at the moment. I've got a zombie one that's partially done.
Is now the zombie one, is that told by in first person or no?
That's a unique one because it's told from a non-American perspective.
Oh, okay. In what in
Um,
what in what way?
it's set in Australia.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously,
Obviously.
but it takes the tropes and spins them on their head quite a lot. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll be
That's pretty
happy when I
cool.
get that one finished.
And what the one you've got currently published, you said that it's called
It is
what?
a literary fiction. Um, I call it literary fiction, but it classifies as literary fiction. It classifies as an anthology. It classifies as short stories. It's the first volume is 10 short stories that follow one man from birth to I think 14, 15. Each one is a different point in his life. So there's a series of, you know what therapy cards are?
Vaguely. Is it like the ink blot thingies? I
No,
think
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
ink blot thingies.
Things like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've had these for years, and I was going through them one day, and I realized, hang on, there's actually a story. If you put them in the right order, a story follows through it. So I sat down, organized them into an order, 48 stories over 5 volumes, following a man from life to death, framed around his nephew finding them after his death, collating them and publishing them. Because every single story has the thread line through the whole thing is depression and how it affects our development from baby to child to adult
Yeah.
to old age, all the way through it. So the
Oh,
main character, it shows the development of that depression and how that affects his upbringing and also, you know, his loneliness, his identity, how he develops as a person all the way through life.
okay.
Mm.
Wow. That's a lot. But not in a bad way.
Yes,
I like that though. It's a lot.
yeah,
It's like a
and
journey.
it's been very cathartic because I've actually suffered from depression for most of my life. So the
Yeah,
story
I know
past
how you
that
feel
has
there.
been the impetus.
My
Yeah,
my wife always tells me she go because I take medication for depression and she always tells me she's like, "Do you get depressed when you write?" And I was like, even though I'm alone, I'm like, that's like the one time that my mind's so busy, I don't get depressed. But I'm like, if I go, oh, say I go a whole 7 days without writing, I get this feeling like I'm not a writer anymore. I've lost it. And
yeah,
then once I sit back down, it's like, oh, I'm back at it. It feels good. It's the worst feeling when you even skip a day. It's like, I almost feel like I'm gonna lose everything I've gained. It's horrible.
yeah. I have that problem too, and I used to have that problem when I do things like NaNoWriMo years ago and set a target of how much to write each day.
Yeah,
Never used to work. I'd last 2, 3 days and then fall apart. So I just have a commitment. I have to write, doesn't matter what it is.
yeah,
It could be in editing, it could be story development, anything. So long as I'm writing, I'll count that as a win.
yeah. For me, just because there's times where I'm editing something and not writing, and when I'm editing, I can't really keep track of the word count and all that. Because sometimes I'm just skimming through, and if I go through 10 pages, it's like, what's the word count? I didn't really, if I'm only changing a few things. My goal is if I can put at least 1 hour every day, sit at my laptop and work on something. But I always
Mhm.
try to go longer than an hour, but I figure as long as I get one decent hour out of day, it's 7 hours a week. and I try to do that. But yeah, that's I like that. I like that 2,500 words thing you said. That's
I'm reluctant to try that because it's a set target word count each day.
yeah,
And I know I have problems following that kind of schedule.
yeah.
But like, I've done 8, 9, 10 hour sessions doing the
That's really impressive. The most I've ever gotten
the
down was
current
9
one.
hours.
The Walking with Shadows series is it's I just sit there and I just start writing. Like I've got the outline for each card or each story because each story is based on one of the cards in the set.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just sit there and write, and I've got to pare down because I'm limiting it to the top end of a short story word count, which is I think it's around 9, 10,000 words. Anything over that's now considered a novella.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've got to pare 20,000 words out of a story
Oh yeah.
because I've just sat there and written, you know.
I've got that I don't know if you haven't paid attention to it, it's fine. You're probably busy enough with with your stuff. I've got 6 short stories for the collection I'm working on right now, and each one of them is like 30, 40 pages, and I keep trying to just, cut stuff out of them, and it's so hard to do.
Eh,
But
it's very hard. Well, I'm actually conducting an experiment at the moment on my blog. Each week I post. So you remember Aesop's fables when you were a kid? You know, the tortoise and the hare,
yeah,
the frog and the mosquito, scorpion or whatever it was.
yeah,
Well, they all use animals. I have trouble. I can't really relate to them, and I can understand the concept and I understand the story they're trying to tell. But what if you can spin that ahead and use humans and use the axioms like two in the bush is worth one in the hand.
yeah.
Uh, you know, can't get blood out of a stone, all that kind of stuff. So each week I post the rough. I just write it out and then post it. And the idea is that next year I will then go back and the first 12 I'll edit them and document that process as I'm editing them. And hopefully that'll be, I call it the modern Aesop's collection because I'm going to do as many as I can. So, yeah.
Nice.
That way people can also see how the process works from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I've got new questions I've been slowly working on, just trying to find some juicier ones.
Go for it.
I'm gonna ask them in the normal order because I don't know, it's like a routine I do. Uh, where's the craziest or wildest place you've ever written?
The wildest or craziest place I've ever written uh, would have to be down on the waterfront.
Oh, like by like sitting at the beach or
Yeah. I'll actually move the camera to show you because
okay,
I ride that. Can
okay.
you see that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it gives me somewhere to sit and I can just put stuff in the bags on the back and just go down to the waterfront, pull out a notebook and start writing.
Oh, cool. So you
Yeah.
actually you prefer longhand. You don't always need a laptop.
I always used to prefer longhand, and I used to have a stack of notebooks like you probably have a mile high. About 4 or 5 months ago, I started transferring all them to a computer, and I found it's easier to work on the computer, and I'll only have the notebook for when I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Like I go to a writers group every 2 weeks at the local library. That's the only time I take the laptop out with me for what I consider a writing session.
Got it. Okay. Oh, that's actually like the most comfortable thing I could think of to do. Go sit by the beach and come up with a
Yeah.
story. I like
Well,
that.
the zombie story is based one on that type of bike, and
Oh,
two
okay.
in this area. So it's kind of like that's where I go to write that one, or get inspiration or ideas for. So
Is it like you said that bike is in the story?
yeah, That's the main. That's because zombie apocalypse, no fuel, no nothing. They're
Oh,
quiet.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a good idea. I like that.
yeah,
That's like you got to use your own strength to get away from the zombies and like pedal fast. I like that.
exactly.
The next one is, have you ever put someone you didn't like in real life in one of your books and kill them off?
Yes and no. No, no one that I actually know personally,
Yeah.
but I have done it. And I think every writer's tried to do this. The famous story, if you go back in time and kill Hitler.
Yeah.
So my science fiction, the one I started developing when I was 13,
Yeah.
I'd go, back then I'd jump around all the books and I'd write scenes here, there, and everywhere. And one of them is the main character transports Hitler, Mussolini, Churchill, and someone else to the South Pole, where the world has then detonated, sent nuclear warheads. And as they hit, the main character turns to Hitler and goes, "How do you like my final solution, mein Führer?" It will never see the light of day in publication, but it was a brilliant. I was trying to write serious, and it came out comedy.
Yeah. I would try to self-publish it.
Not that scene as it's written. I haven't touched that scene in 30 odd years.
Oh,
It needs a lot of work.
I would just because it sounds good. I like that, especially for an ending. What is this actually this is a good segue to the next question. What's the craziest thing you've ever researched on the internet for a book?
Just trying to think what I've had to research lately. Uh, Probably the craziest thing has been military, military titles, because the science fiction one, or that one, and another science fiction, a novel, a standalone novel I'm thinking about, the evolution of military titles and unit cohesion
Yeah.
and unit makeup. Like, how's it go from a squad to a patrol, or patrol to a squad to like how many men? What's the auxiliary people involved and whatnot?
Okay.
Yeah, and that goes right back from Roman history through to modern times, because in modern times you've got so much variance as well as overlap in both the titles and the function and the breakup between like the British, American, Australian armies and navies and air forces, and how those different areas of the military differ from each other.
Wow.
Because the idea is to have a cohesive, it's got to me, when writing, if I'm writing something like that, that's based in the future of the modern world, it's got to have some basis in reality. So having a logical and believable development of that
Yeah.
structure through to the future. And that's just, for me, beautiful.
I really like the way you just in general talk about these different things because it's the stuff you're writing, it's not as simple as, oh, I got an idea. It's like you really got to go through and make sure you've got all the research and everything down. Like a lot of stuff I write is
Every
just,
single page is a different story idea.
oh wow. I do that too. I try to do that. I've got about 20, 30 in my head. That
Mm.
that mug is awesome. I love that.
Paddle pop art. Actually, no, sorry. The weirdest thing I've had to research recently was Queen. I can't remember without looking at my notes. So either Queen Victoria or Queen Elizabeth. One of the one of those two, Queen Elizabeth I, of course, if it's one of the Elizabeths, during their coronation, something happened. It must have been Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. And 2 pages of the procedure was missed, and they didn't realize till after she'd gone to leave the building. So I had to research all that. Is it true? Did it happen? That's a rabbit hole in itself, because some
Oh
people will
yeah.
tell you, no, it's fake, it's bullshit. Sorry, it's
Oh,
rubbish.
you're fine.
Um, and then some people tell you, yes, that actually happened, but they caught it before. So no, she didn't get coronated twice. She only, and that spun a whole idea for a story.
Yeah. That's that is wild. I like it.
Yeah.
That actually goes in with the next question. What's the wildest thing you've ever written? Like the most, like the wildest thing you could think you've written.
Wildest thing I think I've written. I actually don't know how to answer that, Rob. Um,
It's okay. You could,
because wild is such a subjective term in that regards. Um,
like, what's the one thing that you've written that if somebody said, if you could, this is the first time reading one of Matt's books. What's the one page you'd want them to get that would describe the best of your writing, but to where it's something where it's a real eye opener, like really, really hooks you.
honestly, the first page of the book that's coming out next year.
Okay,
Seriously. Yeah.
what describe it if you're okay doing that.
I'll actually read it if you want. I've got it right here because I'm in
Sure,
the process of doing the audio of the introduction of the book as a promo thing.
that would be great.
Every life begins not in clarity, but in shadow. We stumble into the world already surrounded by forces beyond our control. The hands that hold us, the voices that rise and falter around us, the rooms that shape our earliest sense of belonging. For most of us, the shadows of these years thin as we grow older, dimming into memory. For Courtney, they thickened. Courtney was my uncle, though calling him that always felt a little awkward. There was too much distance in the word, too much formality, as if it belonged on a family tree, not in the living room.
I like it.
Hmm.
I how do you spell it? 'Cause I don't know why. It immediately went in my head. You said Courtney, right?
Yeah.
How do you spell it in that book?
Courtney, but he's male.
Okay.
You know how you got Leslie Nielsen had
Yeah.
Leslie for first name? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it fits as a first name for both male or female.
I like that.
Because
It's
as that person grows up, they'll end up being called Court, which is Cort.
it's like the name Sandy. I know men named Sandy and women named
Yeah.
Sandy.
Mm.
I like that's it. That's interesting. It makes me want to read it even more just because of the name. I don't know why. Um, my next question is, would you rather be a famous writer? You'd still sell, a lot of books, obviously, or would you rather sell a lot of books, but nobody knows who you are?
The second option.
Second, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Everybody said that so far, and I love it.
I actually after RR Breeders yesterday,
Yeah.
I watched it and I had to think again about that one because initially when I watched the first interview, I thought the first one. Now I thought, nah, second one. Because it's like everyone says, everyone who writes, as you know, will say that they're not doing it for the money or the fame,
Yeah.
but the money or the fame's good.
Yeah.
It would be good to have. But we write because why someone become a cop or a fireman that runs into a burning building? It's
Yeah.
not because they're paid to. It's because there's something in them that
It's like a
says
passion.
they can't live until they do
Yeah.
that. That's part of their, it is part of us. We have to write.
Like I have a few family members. I won't mention them just in case they watch this,
Yeah.
but who they say, you want to take care of your family. They're like, you know, they're like, you're a garbage man, and they're like, that's good and all, because they're like, you're able to take care of your family, but they're like, this writing crap. They're like, how much money have you made from it since you started? And I'm like, probably like maybe $100. And they're like, yeah, and it's been 10 years. And I'm like, I don't do it for money. If I did it for money, I would have stopped the second day I did it.
Yeah,
I'm like, I gotta get these stories out. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the same for you, but for me, it's like when I put a book out and I see the actual, the physical copy in my hands and I can open it, look at all the pages and see what I made. It's like Christmas. It's like I got my own Christmas present, a unique one that I can't go buy at a store.
yeah. I'll get to do that on the 6th of December when my proof copy turns up for the book.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
I
I'm going to paraphrase not Whitney, Whoopi Goldberg for a second in
Yeah.
Sister Act. If the first thing you think of when waking up is writing, if the last thing you think of when you go to sleep is writing, then by God, you're born to be a writer.
Yeah, that's the pretty much that hits the nail on the head.
Exactly.
My next question is, are you into traditional or self-publishing? Which do you prefer?
For years, I had on my bucket list be a successfully traditionally published author. I tried with both this book and the urban fantasy.
Yeah.
Stupid me, I went and put it out to literary agents before I'd even beta read it. Um, I tried for like 2, 3 months, no luck. So I thought, no, look, I'm going the self-published route. Turned around, found a cover designer. Week later, I had a cover, and taking it from there. Worked out the marketing plan and get it out there and get the word out there and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah, that's how I am
I
too.
might go back to traditionally published one day, but for now, self-published is going to be me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If a company ever contacts me, I'm not gonna, act all spiteful and turn them down, but I'm not,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna beat myself up over getting rejections. The way I see it is like if I'm getting rejections, it means that at least I'm trying.
Yeah.
Um,
And the thing that put me off doing self-publishing from straight off was hearing everyone say, "Oh, if you go self-publish, you'll never get a agent or a traditional publishing deal." Uh, that's a load of rubbish.
yeah.
You hear so many stories of people that happens with. Matt Dinnerman was self-published, and from that he got a publishing deal, traditionally published. So Dungeon Crawler Carl, the
The
author
what?
from that. He's the author of Dungeon Crawler Carl, the real well-known lit RPG book
Okay.
series. Yeah, he started off self-published. There's that many names that started off self-published that it's still a fact that you can get a traditional publishing deal if you've been self-published beforehand. So,
Yeah, I see for me I prefer the self-publishing because A, you get to decide what goes in your book. They don't
yep.
get oh that too, yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to decide what goes in your book. You can decide the prices of your books. And it's I don't know, it's for me it's like I don't want to send it into an editor who is going to rip it apart and say, "Well, our publishing company doesn't agree with what you're writing, so we're going to completely change your book." I'd rather have somebody I pay and tell them like, "Hey, if you find stuff that you feel, is run-on sentences or something like that or bad, bad grammar, I'm like those things and this things that don't make sense." And the editor I've got, he's great. He really helps make the story a lot stronger. And he a few times has told me, "Hey, you got to change this." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "I don't like it." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "It's nothing personal." He's like, it doesn't appeal to me at all." And he's like, "It just seems like there's no point for it in the story." He's like, "I don't understand where it fits." And then I'll read through it and I'll be like, "Okay, yeah, he's right." It's just something I wanted in there, but it
Yeah.
really it's something I liked, but it's not something that really the story could go without it. Um, my next question is, do this is a funny one. Do you write sex scenes?
No.
I do, but it's never forced. I never try to force a sex scene into a book. It normally just ends up happening.
I haven't even tried and I haven't even come across it yet. So, yeah.
That was weird
Speaking of,
the way I just said forced sex. I should have said that
yes.
differently. Sorry about that. I meant I never try to force a scene in that has to do with that.
Yeah. If I write a story, if like say with the Walking with Shadows series, if I get the main character Courtney to adulthood and it fits, then I might try it and see how it works. But
Yeah.
there's no plan to.
I we got right now we're coming up just 'cause I just checked the time. Zoom has that timed thing. We got about just under 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna ask you, who is your favorite author and why?
Isaac Asimov.
Isaac is that Australian, I'm guessing.
No.
Oh,
Isaac Asimov. Do you know the series that was just cancelled on, I think cancelled on TV, Foundation on Apple
heard of it.
TV?
Don't heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
He was a famous author. I think he was had PhDs in science, but he wrote over three, four, I think 500 books and articles and short stories in his lifetime. He
Oh,
wrote, he's the guy that created the laws of robotics.
oh, okay.
And do you remember the movie with Will Smith called I, Robot
Yeah.
and the one with Robin Williams, Bicentennial Man?
Yep.
Both based off short stories of his.
Oh, wow.
He's the man that
I
came
didn't
up
even
with the
know
law of
those were based
robotics.
off short stories.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm.
Um, so I want to advertise you for the next 2 minutes we got left. So your stuff is on Amazon, right or no?
It is on Amazon as we speak. Yes. It's
Give me the
ebook's up for pre-order. The print book will be up once I get the proof and do a final run through, proofread through.
and the names are
The name of the book is, I'm just bringing it up on the screen for myself, Childhood Shadows, Walking with
Outlet.
Shadows, Book One.
Okay. Okay, book one, got it. Okay.
I can send you the link anyway to put in the show notes.
Yeah, do that because I've been doing that. I'm trying to like update a little more on each episode with the stuff I'm doing. The I'm trying to start putting an intro in. My wife told me she wanted a design for me. And so
Good.
that's awesome. You're on Amazon. Tell me your pen name again, just because it's they're trying to remember
Neviena,
it.
I'm probably pronounced it incorrect too. Neviena Dēls, and it's
Nevi-
Latvian for nobody's son.
Neviena Dēls. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, Neviena Dēls. I'm gonna call you Matthew, if that's
No
okay.
problem. I told you
Um,
to.
everybody go get his book on Amazon once it's available. You said it's gonna be available December 6th, or it's up right now.
No, no. It's up for pre-order right now.
Okay.
It comes out 24th of January, and I'm still looking for ARC readers for the ebook at the moment. So
Got it. Okay. Well, it's great having you on, and I can't wait to have you again. Okay.
thank you, Rob. I'd love to come back on anytime.
Definitely. I enjoyed talking to you.